Okay. This is the first video I've ever made, so I don't know how good it's going to come out. Everybody's been asking for a video tutorial on the Modified Sanctified. I did a tutorial that didn't turn out too good, but I think a few people was able to follow it. I'm going to go ahead and try doing this one. I'm going to be using 9 foot of each color, the black, goldenrod, and white. The white's going to be the center. I've already got everything cut. Start off, going to go ahead and get the buckle set up. Just get everything set up basically the same way you would for just the regular Sanctified. I know a lot of people will split their center to where there's a splice on the center. I don't really like to do that, so I'll tie the first one in, and then put the second color in on the outside. And it kind of just makes a double hitch on the back side. I find it a little bit easier to work with it that way. Like I said, this is the first video I've ever done, so I might get a little out of frame every once in a while. Kind of new to all of this, but maybe with a little bit of practice I can get good at doing the videos as well, so just hang in there with me. My setup's not too good here. This is basically just a spur of the moment thing. I do use a jig for all of my I think I got the wrong one. Okay, now that I've got the right one here, go ahead and get it set up. I've already got my jig set up. It's basically set up for a 9 1/4 inch bracelet. That's basically what I wear. With these wide, thick bracelets, it still comes out a little bit tight for me, but it's alright. Now, I've got my white set up as well. For these types, I like to use the fids for my centers, because it just makes it a little bit easier to work with, especially when you get down into the tight spots there at the end. I just like to go ahead and have it set up. Okay. Now for the regular Sanctified, usually you go under all four for your center color. For the Modified, you just go under the two centers. Let me get all this all straightened up here. Alright. Okay. Get those pulled up there. Give a better view on that. Hope you can see that. My camera's not too good here. But yeah, it goes under the two centers. Just pull it up. And then get everything tightened down like you would for the regular Sanctified. Bring your black over through the center, pull it up, and then come down through the top, and then just pull that up and snug it down. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Just get everything pulled down good and tight. And you bring that black over through the center. Like that. And then bring it down through. I said it just starts off like the regular Sanctified. And after you get everything set up, okay, and you've got your three colors there, and you go ahead and start. Bring the left side under and through the center, and then bring your right side, keep it under your left cord, and bring it up through the center and over, and then you can bring these up through the center and then down through the outside, and then do the same thing for the other side. Bring it up through the center from the back, and then down through. Okay, and that'll give you the basics for the Sanctified weave there, if you can see that. And this is where it differs from the original Sanctified. With this one, you come down through your center, and then back up on the outside. Make sure that it's on the outside. If it's not, then the knot's not going to come out right. Pull that up, and then you'll come over, back over the outside, back up through the center, and make sure that you're also on the outside on this one. So it'll basically look like this. White's a little bit hard to see on this white background, but it was the only thing I had at the moment. And once you get that one done, bring your other side in, go down through the center, and then come back up through the center, stay to the outside of your first cord, and then you'll come over the outside again, and then back up on the outside of that first cord. Okay, once you got all of that, go ahead and get these kind of pulled down a little bit where they're out of your way, and then just start tightening everything up. You get that little V there in the center. Go. It should be looking something like that. Okay. And then you just continue doing the same thing. I'll go ahead and do a few more here. Bring that up through the center and then out through the outside edge, and then do the same thing for the other side. Come up through the center and then out through your outside, and then you'll come down through your center, like so, and then come back up through the center. Keep this cord to the inside where this one comes out on the outside of your I'll come up through the center though, and then bring it back over the outside edge once more, and then back up to the center on the outside. And then just repeat for the other side. You come down through the center, keep that cord to the inside, and then come up through the center, and then come back to your outside once more. Keep this one to the inside. Always go to the outside on this center cord. And then just tighten everything up. You can make this either a tight knot or you can make it loose. The looser it is, the wider it gets. Just kind of snug it up there a little bit. Bring that center down. Where it makes the V. And then just pull on your outside. And it'll start making those outside loops around the outside. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do one more, and then I'll come back once I get down close to the bottom and show you how to finish it, or show you how I finish it. If there's anybody that has a better way of finishing it, please let me know. Like I said, I'm pretty new to paracording, so there's still some things I need to learn. Been learning quite a bit from everybody in the group, especially Sean. If it wasn't for his videos, I wouldn't know as much as I do now. I know this video is probably not quite as good as one that he would do, but everybody's been asking for something, so I decided to go ahead and try it again. Like I said before, just make sure that whenever you do this center, always keep it to the outside edge. Bring it up through the center. And do your other side. Go down through the center. Bring it back up through the middle. And then come back over through the outside. Bring it up through the middle once more. Go ahead and snug it up. And I'll be back with and show you how to finish the Modified Sanctified. Alright, as you can see, I've got everything all the way down to the bottom. There should be still enough room here for maybe a couple more knots here at the bottom, so we'll go ahead and get those worked in. This is a good place to make sure you have your fids in there. Or you can use like a little pair of pliers. Get in there, grab your ends. It does get a little bit tight once you get down close to the bottom here. So I can get that up through there. Go. over. Now, get everything straightened up here. This is where having the fids comes in handy. Makes this a lot easier. You go down through the center, out the side, and you bring it back up through the center on the outside of your first loop, and then hold everything over to this side, go around the outside and back up through the center. And just tighten everything down. Haven't really been tightening everything down real tight on this one. Gives it a lot better, a lot looser look and feel. It's not as stiff. The easiest way to tighten up these center pieces is to grab your two loops here on the sides. If you can see that, just grab those two loops, just pull out on them, and it'll pull your two centers right down in there. It makes that little V. Just keep everything nice and snug, and then you can pull up on your leads and it'll tighten that right down. Okay, see if we can do one more here. Looks like there's enough room. I did kind of mess up whenever I first put my center cords in. My black cords here are a little twisted here at the bottom. Since this was just for the video, I just went ahead and left it. Shouldn't make too much difference in how everything turns out once it's all tightened down. These little pliers comes in pretty handy when you get down here at this bottom. With them being a little bent like this, you can put it down in there and kind of push it out to the side. It makes it a little bit easier to grab a hold of these cords. I've got those in a little jeweler's kit. Down through the center. Looks like it's going to be the last pass on this one. Then up through the outside. I said keep that loop to the inside. Bring it up. Keep everything over. Come back around the outside. And then back through. And then just do the same thing with the other side. Go down through, out to the outside. Gotta find that hole. Bring through. And then come back around. Go back through it one more time. And that'll get your center in there. And then just tighten everything down. It's a little bit tight at this point. Get everything nice and snug down. Those pulled down in there. Just pull up on them. Okay. Now we're down to the end. This is where you're going to want to tie off at. As you can see, the white ones come out here on the top. You really don't want to have to melt the white, these center ones here on the top side. So what I usually do, just take and run these down through the center one more time. Bring them out the back. Okay. Go ahead and take it off of here. Get that over out of the way. Okay. Now you've got these coming out the back here. Oh, looks like I missed a spot there. Now, and usually what I'll do is take and run it underneath as you can see. I missed coming over the outside edge of this yellow here, but where the white wraps over here on the sides, right through here, take and run your fid up underneath there, pull that down tight, and you can do that on both sides. If you've got enough left over, just work it down in there, under, that way you'll have the two spots here on the back where you can tie it off, and then you can go ahead with your black here, just go ahead and do normal cobra stitch over the end to tie off your black. Get those nice and tight. That way you've got 3 different spots on each side to cut and melt off. So we'll go ahead and start with this side here. Cut it off there. My makeshift smoothing tool here It's actually a pair of tweezers, and this end of it's used for scooping up small beads and things like that. I got it in with the jeweler's kit. Seems to serve the purpose for now. I might get something different later on, but for right now it seems to do a pretty good job. Just cut these off, melt them down. Smooth them out. And pull these tight. Cut it off. On these, I usually leave just a little bit extra whenever I cut them off, especially under this underside. That way there's a little bit more that you can get in there for it to hold on to. Do the other side. Now the cutters I've got, it's not the best in the world, but I found they work a little bit better than my scissors did, so I just use them. And you got your last one here. That off. Go. Got the 3 different spots there that melted down, and you've got your finished Modified Sanctified. I hope this helps some of you out. Like I said, it's the first video that I've done. Hope I didn't do too bad of a job for you. I'll try to do the other new one. What was that? The Tribal Sanctified that was posted the other day. It's this one here. Also, I've got the new one that I came up with, the Twisted Sanctified. I'll try to get that one done as well, and maybe start trying to do a few other ones, transfer them over from the picture tutorials over to a regular video tutorial. I said once again, hope this helps everybody out. Thanks for watching.